Hi, welcome back to our biweekly market update video. I'm Cassie Villela, realtor, property manager, and investor here in the San Antonio and surrounding markets. I'm so happy that you're here. If you like these kind of videos and you want to see more, make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, and let's get a move on. So we're going to start out. This is March 2nd is the date of recording. Our COVID levels here in the San Antonio area are improving, so that's great. We were in the orange just a few weeks ago, and we're down into the green, the mild. So hopefully that trend continues. Let's see what the surveillance says. Obviously, cumulative cases have gone up, but we are seeing that it's kind of leveling out, at least in the immediate last couple of weeks. Here's the link that I always include that is money for struggling tenants, or I think there's even mortgage help on there. So if COVID is causing financial difficulties, make sure that you check the sanantonio.gov website out, because it does have a lot of really helpful information. So we'll move on to our local market data. So here's our showings from the last month. So I know a couple of weeks ago, because of the snowpocalypse or snowvid or whatever you like to call it, we were not able to meet because I literally did not have power. So it's been a few weeks since we've gotten any of the showing numbers, but you can see that, I guess, the week before the freeze came in, the showings went down a little bit to 2,800. That's because that weekend was also, really cruddy, and it was rainy and cold, and people weren't really going places already that weekend, that Friday, Saturday before the major winter storm happened. Obviously, that week where there are only 612 showings, that doesn't mean that the market's crashing. It means that there was ice and snow on the roads, and San Antonians do not know how to drive. So just, don't be alarmed by that. I actually want to know, who are these 612 insane people out on the roads that week? I mean, how bad do you need a house? So the next week, we were kind of back to normal. So, nothing to worry about. We're basically on track. The rental showings are very much the same. Again, that week, 424 showings. Who's doing these showings? I don't know. Feels like it should have been 0, but there were some. So, no new information there. We're pretty much, consistent with where we've been once we, account for the ice storm. And then here again, the weekly home sales plummeted down to 80 that week of the ice storm again, because that would be the week of the ice storm because title companies were closed. Nobody was able to attend closings or put on closings. All of those got delayed. So it will probably be pretty interesting in a couple of weeks, because there's going to be this huge spike up when all of the closings that were supposed to happen the week of the freeze are probably happening in the next couple of weeks. Median price, continuing to go up over time. It looks like it's gone up quite a bit in the last couple of the last few weeks. So we'll see how that goes, especially going into spring. Usually there's a bit of a bump in the market going into March, April, May. So we'll see how that goes. Last time, so a month ago, we talked about the median sales price had dipped a little bit in January. So we were kind of like, what does that mean? Well, obviously it meant nothing, because it went back up, just right back up in February. And that's even with the snowpocalypse. So prices are still really strong in the San Antonio market. These are the new listings. So remember that the orange line is the luxury homes above $325,000. The blue line is $200,000 to $325,000. The green line is $100,000 to $200,000, and then the blue line is anything under $100,000, which is very little of the market at this point. But you can see that all of them, listings definitely decreased in February. Once again, the ice storm, I don't think that's a sign that nobody wants to sell their house. I anticipate that next month, we're going to see a big uptick in March, because I think the people who were planning on listing are still going to sell, and they just weren't able to go ahead and get it done in February. And then the same thing with pending sales. Like we saw with the home sales that week, lots of sales were not able to close. It's actually, if you have mortgage lender friends or title company friends, pray for them, send them some cookies. They are not okay. The storm just really threw a wrench in everything. Mortgage lenders are requiring that appraisers or somebody go back out and check that the house didn't have broken pipes or didn't have any major disaster issues. So that's just delaying everything. Even, clients of mine that were appraised after the ice storm, and so that didn't apply to them, their closings are getting delayed just because underwriters are so far behind. So, that's just the state we're in. It's probably going to take about 6 weeks for everybody to get caught up, and be patient with your title companies, be patient with your mortgage brokers. They're doing the best they can. They really can't help it. So closed sales, again, dipping down in February because of the ice storm. Again, it's kind of like a broken record, I guess. The only thing that kept trending the way it was trending was median days on market. We're still really low. At this point, all price ranges except the luxury home price range are under 30 days. So they're all around 27 days on market, which is so low. And that just keeps, it just always feels like it can't get any lower, and then it kind of does. So, and here's the median price per square foot. So that's a pretty good indicator of value, because you can see that consistently that's gone up over time. It does look like the 100 to 200,000 range kind of went down in the last month, but it's not enough for me to really interpret that as a trend yet, but we'll keep an eye on it for sure. So that has been our market update. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, or if you have anything that you would like me to include in the market updates, I want to make these useful for you guys. So please comment, reach out to me, send me a message, let me know what's helpful, what's not helpful. And so I can make these better, and I can give you as much value as possible, especially if you're thinking of selling and you want to get an idea of the market here in San Antonio. Again, it's been Cassie Villela. Like and subscribe. See you next time.